So this is about how we use images in content. And this is something that I'm very bullish on, in that I'm a very visual person myself. And, as much as I love reading a good article, good content, I love it when people have pictures in it and really break up the text. I don't like those slabs of text. I much prefer digesting information visually. And I'm not the only one out there. But I came across this on Buffer. This is a really good point, and it made me connect two things. And this is what we're going to be doing more of for ourselves in our own team. But there is a science to actually using images properly. A lot of people really do just, pop in a stock photo and think that's done, or they'll maybe pop in another stock photo a bit further down the article and think that that's done. And sometimes people will manage to borrow a graph from somewhere else. But if we go down here, this is the point, and I think it's Derek is making here, is that this statement is more believable. The liquid inside a thermometer is made of magnesium when you combine it with an image, any kind of image. It just has to be an image. And then this statement over here without the image. And there's so much, I'll try and find a bit more later, but there's so much science around this about how visuals really do, get to that lizard brain of ours and really affect what we are thinking and how we believe and trust. And as you know, when we, believe content, we trust it. Reputation increases, likability, and then of course for content marketers it increases dwell time, it increases engagement, increases likelihood of signing up to newsletters or to buying a product. And so I just thought Derek's example was very cool there, and it came through from the original Buffer one, and then he's got another link that you can link through to, which is kind of interesting. But it also made me think that my friend Jeff from 180 Marketing just shared this with me, and this was from a recent conference that one of his staff attended, and they were saying that they were sort of doing more of this type of content, product safety tips, clothes dryers, facts, etc. And we see a lot of this type of content being produced. But what they found is, and I don't know the exact details of this, but it's, I'm sure it's available online, but this type of content over here did much better. And I have no doubt because, it's got images that make it more believable. Obviously, having logos looks like an endorsement to a certain extent, but it's just this psychology of having images, of a visual layout as well. It's not just the images. The work that we like to do as well is a very visual layout. So you can see there's a very visual structure there. If I was to, turn this into just color blocks, this would be a little black color block, and this would be a slab of gray, and that would be a slab of gray. Whereas this is a darker color block here, and then this is a slab of gray, this sort of section through here. But then we've got these little blue highlight blocks as well. So, for me, this is a very visual piece of content, and it makes it more believable. So that's something that we will be putting into our training for our writers, and that we'll be putting into more of our own work. So this is a little bit, actually, I'll just show you a little bit of what we do. And so we're going to get better at this. So we take that visual idea and we really push it a little bit further. I'll just take it down to here. So see this? This content will be, if we actually did a test on it, I'm sure that this content is more believable, trustworthy, etc., because our writers have put that graph in. That's exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about. And then there's also this, we could have just put training, feedback and relationships, and challenging assignments, and put the percentages there. But instead, Power has turned that into a graphic, and so it just creates an interruption of the eye. It allows people to skim read. It makes it more believable. It makes our content look more professional. And then, of course, it's also this whole branding idea that's coming to the fore at the moment in content marketing. So, yeah, I think using images is super important. So that's what we're going to be working on this year.